Alright. What's good, y'all? Soul here, and welcome back to my story mode. So, you've seen the title and you've seen the thumbnail. It's absolutely no mystery that we're going to be talking just a bit about Sonic Rumble today. For anybody that doesn't know, a couple of weeks ago they announced a brand new Sonic game that's going to be coming out at the end of the year for mobile devices. Essentially, it's their rendition of Fall Guys, where you play as one of Sonic's friends or Sonic himself, and you essentially race to the end, getting as many coins as you can, and try to be number one. Just like Fall Guys, instead of chasing after a crown, you're going after as many coins as possible. When they first announced it, they did put up an application for an open beta, and that beta started about 2 days ago from this recording. The beta started at the time of this recording yesterday, meaning we are on day 2. And that just ended, so technically we're about to move on to day 3, but whatever, logistics. Thankfully, I did manage to make it into the beta, so I have a lot of thoughts on this game that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, right? Now, to clear the air, to just put it all on the table here, I like this game. This game is fun, I like the way that it's designed, it's very cute and still very within the style of Sonic, and it's just so fitting and just so nice. I really enjoy it. It has a lot of style and a lot of just clear influences from Fall Guys and stuff like that, and from other, probably distinct titles and things like that, but from what they've got so far, I'm really enjoying myself, and I have put in pretty much all 8 hours that I could into this game. It's another one of those situations where I was just kind of expecting it not to really captivate me all that much. I figured I would just kind of pick it up, see what the beta was about, and then probably put it down, make a video on it, and not really think much of it. But I'm actually pretty damn invested to see what they do with this title, because now I'm really looking forward to the full release, because this beta gave us a lot of good content, man. It was really fun. Essentially, like I said, it's very much like Fall Guys, where you go into a game of about 32 people. The first round or whatever, there's like 3 rounds every game. The first round is essentially just make it to the end, just survive, get there within the first 16 people, and you'll make it to the next round. Pretty simple, very Fall Guys standard, just your everyday like obstacle course. It's usually pretty fun, I like it a lot, and they have a lot of different courses to choose from. They have, a different rendition of Green Hill Zone, Starlight Carnival, and all that good stuff, and it looks really neat. I love the aesthetics and styles of these levels, the way that they've added all of these new concepts and things like that, and, throwing in old enemies from Sonic's past to really make it so that, there's a lot of things to get in your way, and all of these different obstacles. It's just fun. It's awesome. When I tell you it's basically Fall Guys but faster with Sonic characters, it's really not that much of an exaggeration, and they don't really try to hide that. However, the platforming is a lot more Sonic based, in which you're going a lot faster, and they expect that. So they even give you a double jump, they give you a homing attack. You actually have a lot of different options to get around a lot of this stuff, and it's really, really neat. Once you know these levels, it's just kind of a repetition thing. Of course, once you start to learn the levels and things like that, you start to get a lot better, but anybody can get really good really quick, and it's just so fun to see. It's always so fascinating, truly. Usually the second round consists of some kind of survival challenge to really knock out the last 8 competitors before the final round. So usually it's like they added a couple of challenges in the second round of the beta, where now we have the chomper fish thing, but it's enormous and it's trying to kill you. So you have to survive as long as you can until 8 people have been knocked off, and it's just so fascinating. And of course there's an Eggman one where you have to survive on a singular platform with about 16 or so people while this Eggman robot tries to knock you off. It's so just fun to avoid and things like that. Of course the other players can attack you too and things like that, and it's just so man, you never know what's gonna happen next. Sometimes you get BS by another player and knocked off the platform. Maybe Eggman actually does get you, which is actually pretty rare. He's actually pretty easy to avoid. It's getting around the other players that makes it a little bit of a problem, right? But all the while you're trying to collect all these different coins, all these different upgrades and shields and things like that, so you can defend yourself from either other players or the Eggman bot, and it's fun to see, who can survive the longest. And then you get to round 3. Round 3 is where it all just boils down to everything. All of the coins that you've amassed from the first 2 rounds just catch up with you here, and whatever your starting range is with those coins, that's how many coins you have to try and rack up so you can catch up to number 1, so you can get number 1. Whoever has the most coins at the end of round 3 is the winner. No ifs, ands, or buts. And there's usually different challenges to get those coins. It's usually it's just like a different setting and a different like situation. In one version, you're trying to go up a ramp and you're trying to get as many coins on the way up as you possibly can, and then at the end it's just kind of a battle royale where everybody's just attacking each other and just trying to get as many coins out of each other as they can, and that's usually pretty fun. You know, it's very scary. You never know who has the power up so they can attack you next, and losing like 300 coins is devastating, dude. Getting attacked is devastating. So just make sure you when you see them power up spawning, bro, you gotta grab that sucker and hit them as hard as fast as you can, dude, because you want to be number 1. You always want to be number 1, right? Then there's another version when you're in like this like snow cap area. I forgot what the official name of the area is, but they're in like a snow cap area and you're just trying to get around this like flat stage that's filled with snow and it's hard to move in, and you're just going around collecting chests and upgrades and coins and trying to knock people down and get their coins and stuff like that. It's literally just a game of robbery at the end of the day, and honestly, it's very fun. I think it makes it very balanced in a way to make it so that even like players that are like not as high up, like the last like 2 players, like 8th and 7th place, actually have a chance to catch up. And it's very fun, it's very exciting, it's very exhilarating. It's very much like Fall Guys. Again, they don't really try to hide that, but it's their version and I love it. It's really good fun. Truly it is. And then on top of that, they have an insane amount of rewards. I'm still baffled as to how we're gonna be getting a lot of the, like, how we're gonna be paying for stuff. Like what's gonna make me want to pay for stuff when I can pretty much unlock everything in game if I really wanted to. However, I kind of have an idea of how it could work. Essentially, they have the standard like pass, like the free pass, and then they have the paid pass, right? You get the paid pass by obtaining red coins, and you can only obtain red coins by doing certain challenges, and you can only do those challenges once you've done enough of the regular mode to amass enough experience points so that you can get bronze passes out of the free pass, so you can do those challenges to get, it's a whole thing. It's like a whole situation. It's one of those things where you'll see it on screen. I'm sure I'll show you the instructions, things like that. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but essentially, you're playing a lot. And I don't know exactly how much free play this is going to be. However, most of what you're paying for is cosmetics. And that's the whole point. This is a very cutesy game with all of your favorite Sonic characters and things like that, and different variants of them, and different outfits, and just for fun type situations in which you can have them on your phone so you can play as them in these little challenges against other people. And it's fun, it's cute. I like the idea. Why the hell not, right? I mess with it heavy, which is why I invested so much time into this beta. I was grinding my ass off to get Captain Shadow, man. He had the eye patch going, he had the captain's hat, you know what I'm saying? Knuckles, he has his treasure hat, he has his vest on, he's looking clean, you know what I'm saying? It's a grind fest. It is, but literally name me one live service free-to-play game that's the whole point. So I was surprised to see that I got really invested in doing that, because I wanted to get all these different emotes. I wanted to get all these different variants of outfits and things like that. I wanted to get all of these like victory poses and trailblazes and things like that. There's so many things that they offer in this beta alone, and I'm praying that I can carry everything over to my main account when it does officially come out, whenever that is. I can see myself investing a lot of time into this, especially into those challenges where you literally just have to like do something with it. It's usually just kind of get to the end within a certain amount of time, and then once you've done that challenge, you can get access to more bronze tickets so that you can get more red coins, so that you can get more stuff from the official pass. I'm sure they're probably gonna do them, they're gonna shoot themselves in the foot really if they leave it as exactly as they did for the beta. They have to make things more expensive, because almost everything so far in this beta is way too easy to get. Like literally, if I just played non-stop, just like one after another, didn't waste any time, just one after another, kept playing the main game mode, I would have amassed an insane amount of rings. I can still do that in the next open like session. You know what I'm saying? So they have to make things more expensive, because otherwise people are going to go crazy just playing the crap out of the game and getting literally everything it has to offer before they even have time to add an update to give us more content to buy. Because all of this stuff, you could play like 5 games back to back and you could get some of the most expensive stuff with rings right from the get-go. So in terms of what they're giving us, it feels a little unbalanced, but maybe that's because it's just the beta. I'm sure that once we get the full release, things will be a little more expensive. They'll probably gauge how easy it is to get a lot of these items, and so they'll probably be like, okay, we gotta slow them down a little bit. Ironically, in this Sonic game, we gotta slow them down a little bit so that we actually have time to give them more content and they could work towards the content that they have already. And I get that. That's totally cool. That's totally fine. The entire point of a game like this is so that they can have, you know, some long-term money to put into other projects, ergo Sonic Frontiers 2 or whatever comes after. So I'm totally fine spending a little $1.50 here and there on this game to see what kind of cosmetics I can get for all of my favorite characters that have finally been acknowledged in some way, shape, or form. And that's another thing. They paying attention to everybody, man. So far, we don't have like an insane roster of characters, but we do have a nice roster, albeit it is a little random. Who do we have? We have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Eggman, Zavok, Metal Sonic, Big the Cat, Rouge the Bat, and Silver the Hedgehog. Yeah, that's about everybody so far, actually. And that's a pretty nice roster, especially for the beta. Oh, and Vector the Crocodile. I completely forgot I played as him for a good while because I love his little DJ outfit, man. That DJ outfit is so fire, bro. He's doing it, man. I love that. Love that from my boy. All right, but either way, they have a lot that they can do with this game because the entirety of the Sonic franchise has so many different variants of all these different characters, and they could just get creative and make whatever variants they want of all of these characters. They could give them different, just literally just different shoes, different hairstyles, different color variants, and they could just go balls to the wall, man. And I'm here for it. I'm super here for it. All right, they have an expensive ass version of Sonic that's just his soap shoes, and I kind of want it. I hate that I want it because it's just like, it's just those damn shoes again, bruh. God. Of course, the beta isn't perfect or anything like that, though. There have been a lot of situations where I've had to deal with frame rate issues, or where I would just kind of get stuck somewhere that I definitely shouldn't have gotten stuck. Like, there is this one certain level where it is an obstacle course situation in which you have teams, and okay, actually, the team games suck. The team games are just terrible. Those need to be reworked, removed, something. The team games are so one-sided, it's not even... Actually, that's kind of a lie. It just feels one-sided because of a lot of different situations and variables. But for the most part, the team games, I just don't like them. Man, it's just such an annoying thing to deal with, right? The ice one where you're trying to stay stable. You're getting blasted from every direction like you're playing the genocide run of Undertale. So you're getting blasted, and then somebody has the opportunity, way too much time, to actually attack you and knock you off the platform and get a point for the opposing team. And then there's the one with the ball, right? I will say the ball physics are not as bad as I thought when I first saw that game mode. So it's a lot easier to deal with than I initially thought. Those balls are actually really responsive. Pause. But there has been like 4 times, like a couple of situations in which you're trying to get into the pipe at the end, and it's like a competition, like who can get into the pipe first, because only one person can go in at a time, and it glitches a lot, in which I will literally be in front of the tube. I will try to jump in front of the tube and it will not let me in. It'll close. It just won't work. And I've thought to myself, like, how? Like, this has happened way too many times and we've lost because of it. Because if all of your teammates are not on the other side of that tube in time, you're cooked. You're done. It's over. So it's like, grand, bro. That's amazing. So the team games need a little bit of work, just a little bit of work, and I feel like they could be a lot more fun, a lot more bearable, right? Because there's just too many variables in which it just becomes either way too one-sided or it's just broken. I've literally, the only times that I've never made it to the end was if I was stuck in a team game. That is pretty much it. Other than that, though, Sonic Rumble was sick, bro. Sonic Rumble is dope as hell. I could definitely see them going balls to the wall, adding character after character. I'm waiting. I'm so waiting. I really hope that the promotional art is accurate and they actually let Jet the Hawk keep his board, his extreme gear. Because if he has his extreme gear and I'm able to ride with that, oh my God, I'm gonna be so happy. You got Eggman running up in this, you got Zavok. Just give Jet the Hawk his board, bro. Oh, I'll be so happy if he could get his board. That would make me just, oh, right? And then you can see that they're adding like other variants of characters from, you know, other games and things like that. Eggman has his Riders costume, so we know that we're going to be getting Riders variants, and the Sonic Riders variant of Sonic is one of my favorite of his designs ever. I really do hope we get that. We're probably going to get the Sonic Boom one too. I can't wait. There's just so many different like versions of these characters and these chows and different celebrations and things that we have to look forward to, man. Could you imagine playing as Infinite in this? That is hilarious to me. Hilarious concept. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I've rambled on enough. Way more than enough. Which is why I'm passing it to you. You guys tell me what you guys are thinking. Anybody that's gotten into the beta, do you like the way that it plays? Do you enjoy yourself when you're playing it? Did you enjoy the beta at all? Are you going to be playing for the rest of the sessions? And for anybody that didn't get into the beta, do you like the way that it looks? Are you liking what you're hearing? Are you super excited to get your hands on this game eventually? Or on the opposing side, do you guys not look forward to the beta at all? You guys are not liking how this is looking. It's just not interesting to you. It's a waste of time. Just, it's not up your alley at all. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, ow, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor, dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.